What's going on, guys? Josh here, and in today's video I wanted to give you an update on what's been happening with me. I haven't posted in a couple years now. Why did I drop off the face of the planet? What have I been doing, and what am I doing now? So the main reason that I stopped posting was because, truthfully, 3 years ago I felt like I was kind of an imposter, right? We were making 100K per month using ecom, Shopify, Facebook ads, so on and so forth. However, just because someone's doing 100K a month doesn't mean that they're 100% profitable, right? We're still profitable about 30%. We're doing pretty good for like decent, right? I was still coaching as well during that time. However, a lot of the videos that I was making, right? Top 10 products to sell in July, blah, 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 right? Like, it was a load of crap. It was a load of crap. And I don't like that stuff, right? Back when I was getting started, I enjoyed it because I was looking for products to sell. But after you get aged in this game, you stop watching that kind of stuff because you understand what it takes for a product to be good, right? So every single time I was making one of these videos, I felt I was doing it out of obligation. It didn't feel fun for me, right? I don't enjoy that kind of stuff, right? I like figuring out what is the problem in a business and helping to figure that out. So I stopped posting, right? It wasn't fun. And I felt like an imposter. So now, why am I back, right? That's I guess the good old question. During this time, right, I've advanced so much, right? Like my words cannot even begin to explain the difference between Josh of 3 years ago and Josh of today. I've now become the chief marketing officer, the head of marketing for an 8-figure health and fitness company. We've been working together for about 3 years now, and it has been an amazing ride. We've been there from the very beginning, right? And I'm so in love with the company and so in love with the culture. And these guys are one of my best friends. And we've done a lot of cool shit, if I'm going to be honest. So now I feel like I have a foundation on which I can talk. Since then also, I've bought a 7-figure business that went from 5K a day to 2K a day when I bought it. And then now we just recently crossed the 10K a day, right? We bought it December 22, 2023, 3 days before Christmas. And that's how I spent my Christmas, right? Looking at P&Ls, looking at balance sheets, transferring money around, trying to move. Do you know how hard it is to move money from Australia to the US and US to Australia? It's tough, right? But that's what we were doing during Christmas. We also started an agency, right? And when I say we, I'm talking about my wife and I, right? My wife is the biggest support in my life, right? And we started mid last year. We quickly grew to about 20 different clients where I was doing all of the work. So I felt overworked. I didn't have time for YouTube or content. And I was like getting burnt out, right? I was accepting any client, right? Clients that had crappy products, crappy attitudes, and just people I did not like vibe well with. Not saying that they are bad people. It's just that we just didn't have the personality to match, and that's okay, right? Now I'm focusing on the people that I love. The clients that are still with us, I love them, right? I love their businesses. And I'm helping them alongside my team of 10, right? Graphic designers, video editors, operations manager, head of email, all these guys to grow their businesses. And we're keeping it small so that we can focus on growth, right? So now, why am I back on YouTube? What am I doing here? I still feel like I have a mission. You see, 8 years ago, right, when I was getting started in this econ game, I don't know if you guys know, but when I was doing drop shipping, I was trying products left, right, and center. Failed over multiple times with 7 different products, 7 different stores. Failed completely. Lost money, right? I was a failure. Then we went to an expo, my wife and I. And we saw a product that I was like, oh my Lord, that is a cool product. So my wife and I were like looking at it. It's a cool product, but it could be better. So we went to the drawing board and we spent a good part of 9 months to design this product. We got CAD designs made up, we got 3D renders made up, we drew it on napkins, all these things. We got it made in China. We got a mold made for it as well. And then that product was our first success. But amongst all of this, there were mentors, there were courses, all these things, right? I spent over 15 grand on courses, mentors, and they're on YouTube too. I'm not going to mention them because I respect their hustle, and their advice just wasn't good for me at that time. And that's all their fault, right? A lot of the responsibility falls on me. So why am I back? Well, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that could benefit from the things that I've learned and the mistakes that I've made. I feel like I have made so many mistakes in this game, and I wish 8 years ago when I got started in this, that someone like me was able to share what they were doing in their life, right? What they were doing in their businesses, buying businesses, not doing just like, oh, this is how I scaled to blah, blah, blah. Like literally the good parts, the bad parts of business. And I wanted to share it all, right? Because I'm talking to the Josh of 8 years ago. And also, truthfully, because we moved to the United States, there's kind of like a chip on my shoulder, right? I need to make this e-com game work. And I want to document it so that when my wife and I, we have kids, that they can see it too. And I can be proud of that. So that's why I'm back. And the main reason, right? The thing that pushed me over the edge to start posting again on YouTube, not caring about the thumbnails, not caring about like playing the game, was actually the founder of this 8-figure company. Is one of my best friends. And he's literally saying, just post about what you're doing. Don't share like the actual information, but just post about it. Because if you do, a lot of people will find value from that. And they will see that you are genuine, and they will see that it is like valuable. And if they don't, well, then they're not the right audience for you. So he challenged me, and we had a good talk last week. And that is why, my friends, I am back. So without further ado, wanted to say sorry for posting 1 year ago that I'm back, right? And then disappearing again. But I'm going to do my absolute best to try to post frequently. If you guys haven't already, please feel free to follow me on Instagram. I specialize in pretty much all things marketing, right? I'm not an expert in all things. My key specialties is like merchandising, Facebook ads, email, SMS, these things, right? CRO I know a little bit about, but there are experts out there that I'd love to refer you to in the future. But those are the things that I'm going to be sharing, right? Growing this business to past 7 figures, selling it, starting new brands, and so on and so forth. So for all of you that have continued to stay subscribed, and truthfully, there was no reason for you to do it. You probably forgot, but I thank you, really. I know it's not, it's not fun to be let down, right? I don't know. It just feels wrong to me. So I'll do my best. I might not post every week because life gets busy, but I will be posting frequently on Instagram. I also have a newsletter where I like to share my thoughts about what's going on. And I also will be building up a free community where you guys can learn, right? Learn how to go from 0 to 10K in this e-commerce game from someone who has actually done it without like these riding of the waves, because they're great, these waves. However, they're not sustainable. And if it's not sustainable, then what's the point? So without further ado, guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys next time.